Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is James, and these are my Week 11 picks. Okay, so let's quickly review my Week 10 picks. So we got 2 right and 2 wrong. We got the Hamilton pick wrong and the Toronto pick wrong. Oh, Hamilton was so close. They got to overtime and then they lost it. Oh, man. Who was it? Tim White fumbled the ball? Oh, man. You got to hold on to the football. Then we got the Edmonton pick right. I'm a little surprised by that one, but we got it. And Calgary beat Winnipeg. So, yeah, 2 wins, 2 losses. That's not too bad. So let's get to this week's picks. Okay, so for the Week 11 picks. So we've got Ottawa at Winnipeg. So I'm going with Ottawa on this one. I really like the way they're playing, at least offensively. And Winnipeg, they're like, I don't know, they're sputtering. Yeah, I'm going to go with Ottawa. This is going to be a really interesting game. Because if Ottawa wins, they end up, so they'll be at 4 wins. And if Winnipeg loses, they're at 4 wins. Winnipeg, oh boy, if Ottawa wins this game, man, Winnipeg might be in real trouble because they're almost playing for the crossover at this point. Because I think BC overtakes Winnipeg. And boy, if Ottawa wins, ooh, Winnipeg's in trouble. Yeah, Winnipeg's really in trouble because at that point, what's the floor for Winnipeg's wins? It's maybe 7 or 8. Ottawa, their floor is probably right now maybe 6 or 7. But if they keep winning, oh man, that could be really interesting. Then the next game, Toronto at Edmonton. I'm going with Toronto. It's a battle of the 2 last place teams. Yeah, I'm going with Toronto. I like the way Nick Arbulk is playing. So, yeah, well, I like how Cody Fajardo's playing too, but yeah, I'm going to go with Toronto on this one. Okay, so Hamilton at Saskatchewan. So initially, I went with Saskatchewan, but I was thinking about it, and I'm just getting this weird feeling where I think Hamilton's going to win this one. It's Bo Levi Mitchell versus Trevor Harris, 2 of the best quarterbacks in the CFL right now. Oh man, yeah. I initially went with Saskatchewan, but I'm going with Hamilton. I think Hamilton squeaks one out. It might come down to kicking, so we'll see if Legio outkicks Lather. Yeah, that'll be a good game. That's probably the game of the week. And then we're finishing it off with Montreal at BC. I don't see Montreal winning this one. I'm going with BC. I really like Nathan Rourke right now. He's just playing really good, really good. Yeah, Montreal traveling all the way from Montreal to Vancouver, and they're not playing McLeod Bethel Thompson anymore. Apparently, they're going to Caleb Evans. So, yeah, I'm not going with Montreal on that one. Going with BC. It's almost an Eastern sweep. Yeah, BC is going to be the only, I think, is going to be the only Western team that actually wins this week. Yeah, and so it's really interesting. BC, if they win, Montreal loses, and if Ottawa wins, boy, the battle for second place in the East, it's on. And boy, Montreal's going to have to be careful then, because if, say, Winnipeg wins 1 out of 2 of the Labor Day and the Banjo Bowl, then the crossover might still be on, but Winnipeg needs to pick it up, especially if they lose to Ottawa. Yeah, because right now, I don't know what. I'm trying to think, what would Montreal's, what would their floor be right now? Their floor for wins is almost like 7. Nah, you'd think they got to will themselves to 8, even without Davis Alexander and without Philpott and Mack. You gotta think they get to 8, don't they? Man, maybe they only get to 7. I don't know. But then, what's looking at Ottawa? What's Ottawa's ceiling? If they keep playing this well offensively, their ceiling might be maybe 9 games, maybe 10. I think their floor is still like 7 though, 6 or 7, because the bottom could just fall out on them. Yeah, I don't know. Boy, this is going to be a really interesting weekend because the real interesting games to me are Ottawa Winnipeg and Montreal BC because that'll tell us a lot. If BC beats the pants off Montreal, Montreal might be in real trouble. And if Ottawa beats Winnipeg, oh, then Winnipeg's in trouble. Yeah, this is going to be a good week of games. I do think the one that I'm most excited to watch is Hamilton at Sask. That should be a really good game. That might end up being a shootout. Okay, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop rambling now. My voice is actually starting to hurt. So, I hope everyone has a good week, and I'll see you next week.